Hi, this is Gary Cato with Project SOS, and I'm very proud to sponsor this episode of Salute. We hope you enjoy it.
I'm Bob Peters, host of Central Florida Salute. Recently, the crew and I took a ride up to Eustis for a groundbreaking ceremony for Ashley's house. It's all about a women's transitional housing for our Lady veterans, and it's being done by Villagers for Veterans and Habitat for Humanity. A lot of great people there, a lot of great stories. I hope you enjoy the show. This is part one.
I'm here now with Katherine Wilgus, who is a Lady veteran of the United States Navy and the Army. And Katherine is one of the big players in this, making this happen. And I want to know, how did you get involved, and what does this mean to you as a Lady veteran?
Well, first of all, thanks for having us and coming out here and documenting what we think is a very important thing for our community. This whole Women's Veterans Transition House that we're building in the honor of Ashley, who was killed in Afghanistan, it's fundamentally strong in the sense that it's needed in our community, but there's not that many out there. And so for me, I was asked to be vice president with Villagers for Veterans over a year ago with Marie Bogdanoff, who's the founder and president and CEO. And I'm very passionate about our women veterans, and everybody knows me for that purpose. So, you know, for me to know that we're seen, to know that we'll have a place in our community is the priority, and it does my heart well to know that my brothers like you and other brothers that are here representing, standing with us. It's a very solid moment for me in my profession and for my life, where I feel like my legacy, in the sense of this is one of the most important things that I've done in my life besides serve and help our brothers in arms.
Yeah. We did a show with you before, and it's on our YouTube, and you talk about your experiences over there, and I applaud you, because you are a tremendous veteran, and the women don't get enough recognition, in my opinion, and I'm glad to see this coming about. I can't wait to see when it's finally built, but we're here for the groundbreaking, and it should be a very good evening. We've got quite a few people coming.
Yes, we have the guest speaker is going to be Phyllis Wilson, retired CW5, who's the current sitting president of the National Women's Memorial in Arlington, Virginia. Plus, we have three Gold Star family members here that we're going to be honoring as well, which I think is fabulous that they're here to support us.
It certainly is. Well, I want to thank you for this little interview here right
You're awesome, brother.
Well, yeah, we're good friends, and
yes.
I really admire everything you do.
Well, I thank you for your support.
You and Marie have gotten this thing, and I want to talk to her, and I want to get an idea from her about how this all came about. But I'm going to let Marie
answer that.
Okay? That's
awesome.
All right. Well, thanks again.
Thanks, brother.
I'm here now with Danielle Stroud. Danielle is the big chief of Habitat for Humanity down here. I've known you for several years, and I got to tell you something. I'm very impressed with Habitat for Humanity, what you did at the Veterans Village, what you've done building houses for our veterans and everything. It's an amazing group. How long have you been with Habitat?
Thanks, Bob. So I've been with Habitat for Humanity of Lake Sumter for 7 years now, and it's been a privilege and an honor to work with each and every family that we've served.
So tell me a little bit about your portion of this. You guys are going to do the actual building, is that right?
Yeah, so I've known Marie for several years now, and of course there was a synergy there because we're a housing provider. We know how to build, and Marie, of course, is here to serve the veterans in a housing specific need. So I was happy to be able to share with her, hey, we would love to partner with you. We'll act as your general contractor. We'll help raise awareness in the community, and we can go through this process together. And then she, along with her organization, Villages for Veterans, will be the owner and operator of the actual home, working with the female veterans at the end of it all.
Yeah, in this video, you don't see it right now, but we're going to show the plans
Okay.
Of the house and what it's going to be. Would you want to talk a little bit about the house?
Sure, I would love to. It's going to be a beautiful home, and it's going to be large enough to comfortably fit 6 women. So there are going to be 6 bedrooms. On the first floor, there will be 2 ADA rooms, as well as some bathrooms, as well as a communal kitchen area, living space, office, so that the women can have their own space with their bedrooms, but also interact and grow together as they take this next step in their life. That second floor will offer 4 more bedrooms for female veterans who are in the transition as well, and some additional communal space. There'll be a beautiful patio out the back so they can look out onto the lake. And then the exterior areas, I know they're gonna put in kind of like a garden area, some places where the women can have some solitude and some peace, because it's such a beautiful lot.
Oh, it is, with the lake in the background and everything. I've known you for quite a while. I was impressed years ago with Kent Adcock, who you replaced Kent up the door, and then you came.
He's my mentor, you can call him that.
He's your mentor, I know. He's a great man. But you built a place right down the street from here, which you brought in college kids.
Yes.
You want to talk a little about that? Where is that program?
So we have an office just down the street from this location here in Eustis, and at that location we have something called our Domestic Global Village, which is a volunteer center that has 99 beds and allows for the opportunity for mostly college students from around the United States, as well as international students, to come to our area, stay with us, and perform community service, mostly through building projects, because that's what we do. So that project and program is about to begin. Actually, they'll be arriving on the 18th, so just in a few days.
Okay.
So we'll be very busy over the next 4 weeks deploying those students into service in the community. It's a really great program.
Where are they coming from?
So this first set of groups is coming from Massachusetts Maritime Academy. We will have 50 students for 4 weeks straight.
That's great. That's great. You know, I remember when you first opened that. I did a show with Kent, and first opened it up, and one of the participants in college was a lady veteran.
Yeah.
And that was exciting, and I got to meet some of the other people that do the sweat equity, that building their own house. You still do that program?
We do. So through our homeownership program, the families that choose to partner with us on their homeownership journey, as part of their programmatic requirements, they invest 200 hours of sweat equity, which could be either they're building on their job site, another family's job site. Education is a huge component of that, so that they can become a successful homeowner. When we pass those keys, they're ready to run and be a great part of the community, just like anybody else. So it's exciting to have
There's so many great projects that Habitat has worked with, and I'm glad to see you're partnering with this. And one of them is my good friend Ike Fritz.
Yes.
You built his house in the Veterans Village in Umatilla, so you guys get around.
Yes, we do. The Veterans Village was one of our cornerstone projects of our Veterans Housing Initiative when we started that back in 2014. And today, this is another part of that initiative where we're just working to serve the veterans in our community for their housing needs, whatever that might look like. And today, it's a collaboration with Villagers for Veterans. So I'm so excited about it.
And I know you guys will do a great job, and I'm excited about it too. And we'll be back when it's just, you know,
Complete?
turn the key. Yeah, turn the key. But Habitat is all over the country, right?
Yes, Habitat actually works all over the world. There are certain regions where, of course, you're focusing on different types of access. Might be land, might be water and sanitary items. Here in the United States, we have affiliates spread across the United States that are strategically working in their local community. So our Habitat focuses on Lake and Sumter, but there's habitats across the nation that are doing the good work to try to provide access and opportunity to low-income families.
Well, I want to thank you for doing this interview, and I want to thank you for all you do, my friend.
Thank
We've
you,
been
Bob.
friends for a while.
Yes.
And keep up the good work.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye. We have a lot of great people coming here today, and one of them I've had the pleasure to interview before, Phyllis Wilson, who's with the Lady Women Veterans Memorial, right? What's the proper title?
Not quite there, but you're close.
Come on, Phyllis, help me out.
Thanks so much. So yes, we've come down from Washington, D.C. We're with the Military Women's Memorial at the entrance to Arlington National Cemetery.
I knew that.
I know you knew that.
Yeah.
It is tongue twister. Military Women's Memorial.
I'm glad to see you guys came all the way down here, but you brought somebody, a bodyguard.
I did.
And you want to introduce?
I would love to. So Marilla Cushman is a retired Army Lieutenant Colonel, 25 years in the Army, 25 years. But that wasn't enough. When the founder of the Military Women's Memorial had retired from the Air Force, she also called Marilla, because she knew her, and said, Marilla, it's time. You've got to stop working for the Army and come work with us at the Military Women's Memorial. And next month, Marilla is 25 years with the memorial.
25 years.
So can you give me a little bit? I'm going to steal your mic for a second.
I'll be here if you need me.
Thanks. What's it been like, and what kind of experiences to be here at a place like this today to honor Ashley White?
Oh my gosh, this is, this just kind of comes to a culmination of all the things that we have been doing for the last 25 years. Our mission is to tell the story of women's service in the nation, and that begins with those women who served with the military during the American Revolution, and those incredible, intrepid women who were there during World War II who stepped up and said, yeah, take me, I want to do this. And then we come to young women like Ashley White, who her service to the nation, and certainly to the story of women's service to the nation, it's a groundbreaker. And the things that those young women did in the cultural support teams with the Special Forces was groundbreaking. It changed the way we do business. It certainly changed the way that women served and are serving today in the military because they served proudly and well, and they did their job well. So for me, this kind of brings everything together. For years of hard work of making this memorial a place, a destination, for putting this memorial on the map, for the opportunity to tell this incredible story of women's service to the nation. So today, what a delight it is to be here, to be able to tell that story and to be with the White family as they pay tribute to their daughter. We all do.
Yeah. So Marilla came down especially because she knows Debbie White like we know. She's known her longer, certainly, because as soon as any of these young women fall, Marilla is the one that makes sure that their story is inserted into our database.
I don't know if you know this, but we have 3 Gold Star families here. Of course, Ashley's mom, Debbie. There's another family. I don't know their name right now. I have not met them yet. And the people standing right over there, Mr. and Mrs. Bach, whose son was killed in Afghanistan. So this is quite the day, and it's a long time coming. But I'm so happy to see. I'm happy to see you again, even though you're taking over my show. But you can do that anytime. There's no pay involved.
I know, right?
So, well, thanks for coming, ladies.
Absolutely.
And we enjoyed the day.
Thank you so much for you sharing the story, because I have to tell you, Central Florida is primo for veteran service and veteran support. So thanks for what you do.
And you got a lot of views on Central Florida Salute on YouTube.
I think Debbie White would definitely be.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. I think she's
so amazing.
She's one of the top 2, I think. Yeah. I've run into this beautiful lady. I know your name is Medea, right? I don't know your last name. Evans, Medea Evans. I saw you in the documentary, New Beginnings, and you were homeless at one time. You served in what branch of the service? You were in the Army. How many years? 4 years?
Yes.
I know you were homeless, and I would like your reaction to what is happening here with this home and What was it like to be out there?
Oh, this is going to be wonderful. The girls are going to have a wonderful time in this house. They're going to take a lot of time to heal the lake in the back. Oh, that's just for private. See, you just cuddle up with a book, and you just have that self-time to just relate, and see where you're going. Plus, they're going to have the counselors to help guide them through the process. It's going to be a wonderful experience. They all get their own room. They don't have to share a room, so they have privacy even inside the house. That's going to be great for them right now.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about when you got out. Your mom lost the house, and all of a sudden you're homeless. What did you do? And how did you get back?
My road was long because at the time the VA wasn't in the position that they are today with all the programs, because I came out early 90s and there really wasn't anything available. So I would go to my friend's house, sleep on their couch sometimes, and then sometimes I even slept on the train just because I'm in New York City. So I just take the long train ride to one end, long train ride to the next end, and then find a bathroom in a hotel or something, one of those quick, and just wash up and get ready. It was rough for a while.
Yeah. So where are you now? How are you doing now?
I'm doing great. I started a couple of the therapy sessions that they have at the VA, like mindfulness, ACT, and that helps me get out of my head, snaps me back into the present. And it's another way to just get a handle of what's going on when I'm overwhelmed.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad to see you're doing okay, and this is going to be a great place.
Oh no, this is going to be.
And I'm so glad you came. How many years did you do in the service? 4 years, and what branch?
Army.
Army. Okay. Well, thank you for your service, and great talking to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I found some more of my Eagles brothers and sisters, and. Guys, introduce yourselves.
Hey, I'm Mike Cole, Don Breckenridge,
Eric McFarland,
Elizabeth McFarland.
I'm glad you brought your daughter, Eric. You knew that was coming, right?
Yes.
But Eric is a past president, and these guys are on the Veterans Committee. We're very honored to have make a nice presentation. We got somebody behind me. Uh-oh, we got another one. Oh, here's Don's boss.
He's the shy one.
Yeah, another Eagle member. So we're getting ready to start, I think, guys. So thanks for coming, and I know how much the Eagles do. Central Florida Salute YouTube is a not-for-profit. Thanks to this man right here, Bill Suki, who is award-winning producer and director, did the documentary The Lady Wasp, and we will be seeing that on Central Florida Salute soon. And Bill, it's great to have you here.
That's great. This is a wonderful ceremony. I mean, I'm glad for the turnout. Turnout's great. You got so many people here.
Yeah, I just, you know what, I really wanted to get you on camera because I wanted to thank you personally for what you do to support our video program.
Anything we can do to support veterans. I mean, and your show is the one show that's exactly what it does. It really makes people to talk about their experiences. It shows the public what these people have gone through and why we have the freedoms we have now.
Yes, and we're going to do a show with you all about the WASP. Maybe put some of that in there.
One. Yeah, we could do another one.
Yeah, but
there's only a few of them left.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the man.
Actually,
who saved Central Florida Salute YouTube. Thank you, Bill.
My pleasure.
I'm here with a lady veteran who's the same company as Ashley, right?
I was in the same class. We were in CST2.
Okay, and Miley
Cardinas.
Cardinas. Okay, I'm not very good with saying names.
Okay.
Tell me about the special training. What does this mean to you to be here today?
I think it's huge, especially being a female that, I have transitioned out of the military and I know what it's like to try to figure out what's next and how you're going to go from having this close-knit family and kind of knowing what you do, where you need to be, what you need to wear every single day for such a long time, and then getting out. There's a gap there. You think that you've got it figured out. You think that you've got have these skills that are applicable, and you're told they're applicable. When you get out, it is, but it isn't. On paper, I can make some of the stuff we've done sound very good, and it's managerial. But when you get into the civilian world, there's so many things that we're not taught about, or things that are done different, figuring out insurance, figuring out housing, figuring out all those things. So I think that this program, this project is going to be huge because unfortunately it is a male-dominated world, and we kind of, I don't want to say that we miss out, but I think that sometimes we are part of that community that has a lower voice, and they're like, well, they'll figure it out. They're part of the group. You're all veterans. But females do have different needs, and we, as female veterans, we try not to be seen as a problem. We want to get in with the guys and figure it out, But it's hard. It is hard.
You're not a problem, believe me. I've said it for the longest time that you don't get the recognition that you should get, and it's about time, because if you go back in history, women were sneaking in on the Civil War and the Revolutionary War and all.
Yes.
And modern day women, special forces, machine gunners, pilots.
Yep.
You do it all. You do the same thing.
Yes.
And you should be recognized. And you are being interviewed for Central Florida Salute YouTube, and we have had several shows with women veterans because we are a not-for-profit, and we are to educate young people and let them learn about the sacrifices the men and the women have made. Well, that's what we're about. And I'm so glad to see you here. We've been promoting Ashley's house for a long time. If you go on the videos, you'll see Debbie White and Phyllis and all these other people, and soon to be you. You'll be there. I'm glad you came all the way up from Tampa.
I'm so glad.
You were United States Army in the same group, right?
Yes, I was U.S. Army. I fell under U.S. SOCOM Special Operations Command, and then I went through assessment and selection, and then was in the same class and team or group of females as Ashley.
Yeah, and you served where?
I served in Afghanistan.
You were in Afghanistan?
Yes, we all deployed at the same time, and all of our teams went our separate ways to support our missions separately. But
well, I want to thank you for what you did.
Hey, it's my honor to serve. I loved every minute of it.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, and good luck in Tampa, whatever.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
All right.
I'm here with the mayor of Eustis, Mr. Mike Holland, and I want to thank you for everything you're doing here. And I got to be honest with you, I have been so impressed with Eustis and what you guys do with Vet Fest, and you just lost a great worker here.
Yes, Erin Bailey.
Erin Bailey.
Yes.
Yeah.
She has some family up in the Carolinas she needed to take care of, and our hearts go out to her, but we're going to miss her. We did hire someone that we think is going to carry on the traditions that Erin had set for us. So
I want to tell you, I'm a United States Air Force veteran, and I come from up north, Connecticut, and we used to have big parades and everything.
Yes, sir.
And it's kind of quiet down here, except for Eustis. Eustis steps up. I'm so proud of you guys.
We're proud of this community. I didn't have an opportunity to serve, so it's my chance to say thank you to all that did. And this community's that same way. This community loves its veterans, and we understand our freedoms that we celebrate daily are because of the veteran. And we're going to give back as long as we can.
Now, I'm going to put you on the spot because
Yes, sir.
I got a camera right over there.
That's fine.
All right? I have been pushing and spreading the word, I want a Heroes Day parade.
Okay.
For doctors, nurses, police, firemen, and veterans.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I'm with you.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time, Mr.
Thank
Mayor.
you all.
Thank you for what
Have
you do.
a great day.
Since 2009, Project SOS has assisted our veterans both overseas and here at home to overcome medical issues, homelessness, and disabilities. Initially, our efforts resulted in over 22 clinics opened in Iraq and Afghanistan. Recently, as troops have been withdrawn, we have concentrated on issues here at home. During this past year, we have been able to distribute 42 motorized wheelchairs and numerous mobility devices to our local veterans who have served in World War II and up to and including Afghanistan. We continue to offer solutions to our local homeless veterans in the Ocala National Forest and other Central Florida locations. Project SOS Support Our Soldiers needs your assistance to continue helping a growing homeless veterans population. Over-the-counter medications and personal hygiene supplies are acutely needed. Your financial aid will greatly increase the support they so desperately need.